Jim Haggerty, our protagonist, goes out on a trip across the states in search of the best pork.
My mission? Find the best pork our country has to offer.
He starts out with this face.
Those big city worries are behind us now, and I got everything I need to make sure this is an experience we'll never forget.
And ends up with this face. Looking at it this way, the complexity and beauty of this series of small 5 to 10 episodes ceases to exist. However, what if I were to claim that Porking Across America is a superb example of storytelling, that it does an excellent job, so excellent in fact that it inspired me to make this small episode of mine? Well, the character arc is perhaps the most important aspect of a story, primarily for one particular reason. It is the truest, most honest method for generating conflict. In this channel, I talk a lot about conflict in fiction, and that's because fiction engages us through conflict. There are plenty of narrative tricks used in different genres to generate conflict. Superheroes and fantasy, for instance, make excellent use of MacGuffins, an object the spies are after and through which the author moves the story along such that conflict is generated. So if it's a spy thriller and the main character is after some remote controller to stop a bomb from detonating, the writer can then put obstacles in the way of the protagonist, thus generating conflict. So this is using MacGuffins to generate conflict. However, there is a small problem with that. When I watched Avengers Infinity War and saw everyone after the gems, in this case our MacGuffin, I did not care. Instead, I cared more about the characters. I cared more about Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, all of the remaining cast. And that's the problem with MacGuffins. It's something the characters want, but the audience does not care about. So there is a disconnect. Many other techniques exist to generate conflict, but like the MacGuffin, they all suffer from one problem or another. The character arc, however, is one way to generate conflict with very few problems if executed well. It can generate conflict in the most raw, natural, and logical way. And as a bonus, the character arc is something the audience cares about. For us humans, it's easy to care about the journey someone takes to purify themselves of some misunderstanding or a bad trait that is rotting their core. This is greed, this is jealousy, this is lust, this is your 7 cardinal sins, or any flaw that originates from the protagonist. When a character is greedy, for instance, and the author makes active effort to show the audience that this character could, and I know this, it's important, could be redeemed, we become invested in that journey. This is where the author can start pulling the strings. When they get the audience to invest in the character's journey to purify themselves of their flaw, they can put obstacles in the way of that protagonist's journey to generate conflict. And to generate, in fact, personal conflict. Conflict that directly pulls at the heart of the audience because they care about this journey. If the MacGuffin is destroyed for some reason, the audience would not care anymore. However, if the journey is destroyed that a character takes to rid themselves of the flaw, then the audience will be highly devastated because they have taken the personal liberty of investing in that character arc. This might come across as obvious to most of you. However, as someone who has been writing stories for a good chunk of my life, I can vouch for any authors who fail to write compelling arcs. It is really hard. You have to sit down and try to contemplate the human nature, and that in its own is a task easy to fail at. Most of the mainstream movies that come out of Hollywood fail to do the character arc miserably. The heroes of those stories are a blank slate, and the writers fail to tap into the gold mine that is the human heart. This is where Porking Across America succeeds. My series attitude might not be the best tone in line with the TV show, but it's undeniably a good example of how to do character arcs in such a way as to make them the central conflict. In other words, Porking Across America does not have a villain. It has a good character arc. That is the only thing that is driving this story. Pay attention. Jim Haggerty's main flaw as a person is that he cares more about his TV show, Porking Across America, than he does about his own family. In the course of the 8 brief episodes, we see Jim's life go from a smooth ride to one of setbacks after setbacks. His wife informs him of a tab that leaked.
What? What's going on?
It's Jim, honey. I'm just being funny.
Stop fooling around. There's dark water flooding in the laundry room. You have to come home and check this out.
Well, I can't turn around now. I'll be back in 10 weeks. Just leave it till then. I can't just drop everything. This is my show, and these people are depending on me, and I have to be here to eat the pork.
Can Can you just come home? I'm already up to my neck with the kids and volunteering.
Oh, come on. You don't even like volunteering.
She keeps calling.
Whoa, 18 missed calls. Sorry, honey. The only number I'm not screening is Forks. Let's eat.
His dog kills another dog and then they euthanize his dog.
Well, could you at least put him on the phone so I can say goodbye while it's happening? Oh, you're such a good boy, Nathan. Oh, my buddy.
Then for an ultimatum, as if things couldn't get any worse, he gets divorced.
So good. That's perfect.
Jim Haggerty?
We're in the middle of taping right now, but in a little while I'll be signing mugs in the back.
You've been served.
Through all of this crap, Jim stays true to his flaw as a character. He keeps disregarding his wife and family, going as far as to toss the divorce papers aside.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Divorce papers, whoa. Well, you know, that's what she wants. Well, that's fine with me, but you're not getting any of my pork.
Things go at this rate where the writers give Jim an obstacle that acts to do two things. It gives Haggerty a chance to go back to his family and to support them in time of need, and two, because of Jim's insistence on his flawed nature, they generate conflict from the inevitable refusal for Jim to change. That's the beat the following 5 episodes progress at. The writers throw an obstacle at Jim, Jim refuses to fix himself, and the cycle repeats until episode 7 when Jim is finally made the big master general of the Cleveland Hog Fair.
Do you swear to judge these hogs to the best of your ability, so help you God?
Yeah! Yeah! What happened?
I think the grill just got a little too hot is all.
Oh, just leave that. I think it's fused on there. I'm fine. I'm fine. The hog fair is what's important. Time to go be the best, pick the best hog. Next, it was time to meet the pigs. What?
Jim Haggerty, I'm calling from Bargain Insurance to let you know that your condo building collapsed.
Well, I never seen him act like this before. They're treating you like you was part of the family.
Yes.
Ain't that something? Yeah.
That one's named Jim. There's a kid named Jim. And my dog being murdered over the phone, and my niece being killed, and it was all my fault. And
Okay, Jim. So, who's it gonna be?
I choose Jim.
Jim has chosen Jim as Kingpin.
What's this for?
You chose Jim. Time to slaughter him. Get ready for tonight's cookout.
Oh, I thought I was just picking the best one. If anything, I thought that would save the pig.
Now, what you want to do is slice it real fast along the neck so it will suffer less.
It is this very moment that Jim finally completes his character arc and changes for the better.
Go for it, Jim.
But he's brought so much joy to the fair. He's beautiful, intelligent, compassionate. We can't kill him. We should be celebrating him.
Just kill it, you stupid pig!
This is wrong. Oh, I've done so many things wrong. What was I thinking? Trying to win your respect when I should have been home with my family. Dave, please, I'm sorry. I came back to you like you wanted. I realize that the love I need doesn't come from any show. It comes from you and the kids. I promise I'll never put pork above my family again.
Throughout this entire show, there is not a single villain. Everyone Jim meets is a normal person going through their daily routine and trying to make an honest living. In other words, there is no MacGuffin and there is definitely no mustache-twirling villain. Yet for some reason, the story never slows down, never feels boring, is suspenseful, and has 3 distinctive arcs that each work together to deliver a good payoff. If that's not good storytelling, I don't know what is. It honestly says a lot that I think the quality of a TV show with 1/100th the budget of mainstream Hollywood movies engages me more than those overproduced movies. It honestly does say a lot. Subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it with your friends. If you have made it this far, you're amazing. Please support me, get me through to 1,000 subscribers. I'm really trying my best. I'm not getting that much luck, but hey, I will keep on trying.
Support me. Have a nice day and God bless you. I like you. Thank you very much.